Alright guys, so we are on our way on another snowy adventure, and actually I wasn't anticipating so much snow, but it is snowing. But we have another bigger problem. As you can see, we have a lot of that's not smoke, but steam coming from the van. So I've already inspected it to see what's going on, and we've lost my heater hose is just busted off. I already have replaced on the van the radiator and the main radiator hoses, but I didn't have those replaced yet. But I already looked down inside here, and sure enough, I can see the hose is broken. So I'm gonna have to see if I can bypass it. At least it's going just to the heater. So I think if I can figure out, kind of get a little tricky, I should be able to hopefully bypass it, which means that we won't have heat inside the van, but at least that we can get running again and get the van out of here and get it hopefully somewhere where it can be repaired properly. So that's where we're at right now. So here's the culprit right here. Here's the hose that busted off, going right into the heater. I'm thinking that what I can do, simple enough, is that there's a heater line. The other heater line is right here. So I think what I can do is just take it off, and we'll cut this hose back right here, and then we'll plug right into that heater line, which will bypass the heater. Like I said, we won't have heat in the van, but that will at least get us going. So I'm gonna grab a couple tools. I think we're gonna take this whole thing off just to make it a little bit easier to work with, and we'll see if we can't get this solved. All right, okay, so gonna watch that a little bit, make sure that we don't get, so we'll do something with that once we get the other. So I think what I'm gonna do actually is I'm just gonna get some tie wraps right now and tie wrap that up in a way to make sure that it doesn't fall down in there. Okay, all right, so that's done. Now we're gonna take this radiator hose here. Oops, careful not to spill radiator fluid all over the place, but we're gonna try to get it on that fitting. All right, so that should be everything. We're gonna basically, what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and put everything back on, and then I'm gonna start the engine and just kind of monitor it for a minute to see if it's gonna hold all right. All right guys, so it looks like it's gonna hold and we're gonna be okay, at least for tonight. It's already getting kind of late, so what I'm just gonna do is we're just gonna get whipped around. We're gonna go down the mountain a little ways, get ourselves in good position to be able to get into town tomorrow, and see if we can't get a mechanic to replace that hose for us. All right guys, well, I think we found a place where we're gonna camp tonight. Just a little side road off the main road, but it puts us in good shape to be able to get out of here tomorrow. It's still snowing a little bit outside, but super, I mean, we're right on the edge temperature where it could turn to rain at any time. It's sticking a little bit, but nothing too major. But yeah, so anyways, with the fact that we lost the heater in the van because I had to bypass it, I'm very happy that I got my Propex heater installed this last week. So I decided to go with the Propex over one of the diesel heaters. They work the same concept. You got intake and exhaust that go out of the van, and then you just have a heat exchanger that's circulating dry air in the van. But the reason why I went with the Propex is because everything else that I have, you know, my scuttle, my burners, everything like that for cooking, everything's propane. So it just made more sense to me to stick with just 2 fuels, gas for the van and propane for all my accessories. So that's why we went that route. Now it was a little bit more expensive. Those diesel heaters usually run about 150, couple $100. This actually was close to 900. So it was a lot more expensive unit, but it takes less maintenance than the diesel heaters, and it uses less battery power than the diesel heaters because it doesn't have glow plugs. So I don't have that extra expense on my battery, so that's good. But the van itself, you know, like many of you guys asked in my last video to see the inside, but quite honestly, the inside of the van is really undone. There's just, you know, we're kind of throwing some stuff together, and I'm just trying to make it work in here a little bit so that way I can sleep in here, work in here. I've got my 4K monitor. I have a 28-inch 4K monitor in here, and then I've got my Jackery 1000. It runs the monitor and my laptop when I have it all out and working, and that's actually been working good. The bed's been working good. I do have some insulation for the van. I just haven't installed it yet. I've got this new insulation from a company called Havelock Wool. That's what I'm going to use. It's going to be a wool insulation, so we're going to try to work on getting that installed very shortly, because you can see still, especially with the snow out there, definitely still, even with the dry heater and everything, getting some condensation on the inside. We do have the Max Air fan as well, and so, you know, it's come together. But like I said, it's not like a really fancy build like you see a lot of people's vans. I do want to be able to do that at some time, but I really kind of want to just get the van going so I can start using it, and then that way too, it'll allow me to kind of spend some time with it. So when I do put the money into and the effort into building it out nice, I really have a good idea of what I want. Right now, since I've never used a van before, you know, I have ideas of how I think I might want things, but I really kind of want to have that opportunity to use it first. So really rough in here, you know, but it's working for me at this point in time, and I'm loving it. Quite honestly, I'm loving the van, absolutely loving it. But yeah, so we're gonna throw a jacket on and get outside. I still have the drifter trailer and I'm still using it. I've got different plans for it, and I still use it for kind of my outside cooking area where I want my fire and everything. So we're gonna go out, get all that set up, and think about getting some firewood going. And you know, even though we had a little trouble getting up in here, we're still gonna enjoy a nice camp, and then we'll get up and get out of here in the morning.
Too many days in the darkness without a glimpse of the light. Running tired and broken and scared, but I swear I'll never give up the fight. I see you broken and beat, head pulled down over your eyes. Every part of you wants to surrender, but darling, you were meant to survive. With every start, we are born again. Open your heart and spend this time in your head. With every
All right, guys, so it looks like we got camp all set up. We're in good shape. The drifter trailer's all set. We got the awning out. We've got a new fire pit down here that we're trying, that actually one of my patrons on Patreon sent me to do some testing with, see how I like it. And then I've got a new chair from CVT. I really like it. I got a chance to sit in it the other day over at their showroom, and I really liked my old chair, the Ozark Trail, that I'd been using for a long time. It was a great chair, but man, that one's super comfortable and really well constructed, so I'm excited about it. So we'll be trying that out. But all other things, we've got a couple trees down over here that I think will make great firewood. They're dead and they're leaning up against another tree, so they're not been laying on the ground. So I think I'm going to grab the chainsaw and get them chopped up, and hopefully we can get a nice warm fire going here real quick. All right, guys, so we've got the fire going. It's already 7 o'clock and I'm getting pretty hungry. Still really light out. It's getting that time of year where it's just staying light really late into the day. But like I said, I'm hungry. So I've got some boneless chicken thighs that I've been cutting up, and I'm gonna add them onto the scuttle and add a little bit of Montreal steak seasoning, their spicy steak seasoning. And then also I'm gonna add, after that's kind of cooked through, I'm gonna just add a can of cream of mushroom soup. So it's just gonna be kind of a soup tonight, kind of a chicken soup tonight. And it'll be easy, it'll be warm, it'll taste good on a cold wintry night. Still snowing, still not really accumulating, but really, really beautiful nonetheless. Alright, let's try this out. Man, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, in fact, that's actually really good. I wasn't sure how that cream of mushroom soup was going to be. It was, you know, being the gluten-free, but it was all they had left on the shelf, so I took what I could get. But man, it sure came out good. tell you what, it has been a very, very pleasant evening. You know, I was this close to bailing out of here when the van broke down, but after I got it fixed, you know, I knew everything was going to be all right, and I was already out here, and I thought to myself, you know, how many more nights are we going to get with snow? I mean, I thought the last time I went out with snow that was going to be it. So I was kind of really surprised today that we've had such a beautiful, beautiful day with all the snow falling down. And it's not really accumulating. There's, you know, it's maybe 2-3 inches on the ground, but it's just enough to make everything look really pretty. And I don't know, it just kind of gives me that whole feeling that everything's going to be all right. You know what I mean? Everything is going to be all right. Anyhow, I am getting tired. It's getting close to 10. I did make an appointment tomorrow for the van with my mechanic, so we're going to get out of here bright and early. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go this evening. I was going to make you guys biscuits and gravy in the morning, but if you guys would like, check the video tags at the end of this video, and there will be a video link to one I did with Chad with Living the Van Life, and I made him biscuits and gravy. So maybe you can watch that instead if you haven't seen it already. But I hope you did like this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please do give it a like. If you hated it, go ahead and give it a dislike. And I'll catch you guys again outside.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be great outdoors, forever free.